IndeeLift human floor lifts for emergency medical services eliminate the manual lifting of patients, improving patient care while eliminating lift-related injuries to patients and emergency responders. In this video, we will demonstrate how first responders can easily and safely lift and transport heavy patients using IndeeLift's emergency services models. With IndeeLift, manual lifting will soon become a thing of the past. When the first responders arrive at the scene, they deploy the IndeeLift and proceed to the location of the incident. After normal triage, the patient is assisted onto the seat, and the first responders use the waist belt to secure the patient to the lift. With the simple press of a button, the patient is smoothly and gently raised to a height of 21 inches in about 1 minute. Once raised to the full height, the patient can be assisted from the IndeeLift seat to a standing position or be transferred to a wheelchair or gurney. At times, a patient can be down in an area that's difficult to access, such as a small space between a bed and a bedroom wall. In such cases, the Indee Chuck is used. The first responders deploy the Indee Chuck and place it next to the patient. Then they assist the patient onto the Indee Chuck. Without bending or stooping over, as few as 2 emergency responders can simply slide the patient from the area with limited access to the location of the IndeeLift, where they use the Indee Chuck to position the patient onto the lift. IndeeLift for EMS is also designed for patient transport. Once the patient is seated and secured using both the waist and chest belts, the first responder raises the seat 12 to 14 inches for proper balance, then gently tilts the IndeeLift rearward. They now use the IndeeLift like a dolly to easily maneuver the patient through tight spaces and around corners to a waiting gurney. If the patient is unable to sit up by themselves, it only takes 1 emergency responder to help tilt the patient onto the IndeeLift seat, where they can be secured to the lift and raised from the floor. Recovering a patient from a bathroom floor can be particularly challenging for a manual lift team. It only takes 1 responder to wheel the IndeeLift to the patient, where they can easily be recovered and secured to the lift, raised for a proper balance, and then be safely transported out of the bathroom. With the detachable stair handles and stair track accessories, patients can be safely transported down stairwells. Once recovered from the fall and secured to the lift using the waist and chest belts, the stair handles and stair tracks make it easy for 2 responders to transport the heaviest of patients downstairs for transfer to a waiting gurney.
Speaking to other firefighters, the #1 reason to use this is to save your backs. We all get injured. You want to have a long career, you want to have a full career, you need IndeeLift, and this is going to save you.